Today's video is brought to you by Card Kingdom. Riftbolt suspended. And... oh, this Trinisphere is going to be so good! Trinisphere passed the turn. That counters one of these for sure. And our opponent's got to spend their entire turn for the second one. That is about as good as a Trinisphere could be. Opponent's going to learn a harsh lesson. No, you need 3. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Much Abrew About Nothing, and this week, we're heading to Modern to make opponents miserable. We are blowing up lands, locking people out of the game. That's the plan, at least, with mono-red land destruction. So let's break down the deck, talk about how it works, get into the game, see if we can actually make some opponents not play Magic today. So that's the plan. First off, as a land destruction deck, our key cards are Molten Rain and Stone Rain. These are our best land destruction spells. Essentially just 3 mana, blow up one of our opponent's lands. So these are the cards that we're really built around, along with Boom Bust, a little bit awkward in this deck, but essentially it's either 6 mana Armageddon or 2 mana, we lose a land, our opponent loses a land. The problem is we don't actually have any synergies for this. We don't have indestructible lands, we don't have fetch lands that we can crack in response, so we're literally just booming down one of our lands and one of our opponent's lands, so a little bit awkward, but still, it can blow up a land for just 2 mana in a pinch. So these are our land destruction spells. Then we have our fast mana. So land destruction is at its best when we can start casting it on turn 2, opponent makes their land drop, we untap, blow up your first land. That's what you really want to be doing with land destruction. So Simian Spirit Guide Desperate Ritual just help accelerate us into our land destruction spells and some of our finishers. Then we have perhaps the most important piece in our deck, which is Trinisphere. So Trinisphere just makes it so everything costs 3. As long as it's untapped, it should always be untapped. There's not too many tap synergies here. So everything costs at least 3 mana. So the idea with our deck is, with our 12 land destruction spells, if we can keep our opponent down to like 2 lands, our opponent just can't cast spells. So this can be a hard lock, and we can just randomly get people. If our opponent's playing a land light deck, keeps a 1-lander or something, we can't just ritual out Trinisphere and be like, you can't do anything, opponent. So Trinisphere is the card that really locks our opponent out of the game. For creatures, we have Ensnaring Bridge. Ensnaring Bridge, with all of our fast rituals, getting our hand empty really quickly, our land destruction spells, can just keep creatures from attacking us, which buys us a ton of time to win with our finisher. Chandra Torch of Defiance, the best of the bunch, drawing us extra cards, adding mana if we need it, killing creatures, mostly though rushing towards the ultimate, where then we can just cast some rituals or land destruction spells, each coming with 5 extra damage and kill our opponent really quickly. And then Eidolon of the Great Revel, kind of a weird threat. I'm not really sure why this is the threat of choice for the deck, but it is very good against Storm. It can chip in for damage, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think of this more as a sideboard card for decks like Mono Red Land Destruction, but we'll see how it goes in the main deck. Otherwise, Lightning Bolt gives us some removal, can also go face, of course. Mana base is clean and simple as it gets, 21 mountains. In the sideboard, we only have 4 cards, actually. Tormod Script for Graveyard, Smash to deal with artifacts, Lava Dart for small creatures, and Dismember for bigger creatures. And that is Mono Red Land Destruction for Modern. And that's our Much Abrew deck for this week. So let's jump into some games, see if we can actually make opponents miserable by blowing up all their lands, keeping them from playing Magic. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the gameplay, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap-up. If you enjoyed today's deck, make sure to purchase it from our sponsor, Card Kingdom. For a limited time, you can get a Scoop Soldier sticker for free if you mention Scoop Soldier in your order notes during checkout. Alright, Much Brew About Nothing time. We are blowing up lands, but not with that hand. Well, alright. This will keep. We'll put... Alright, Boom Bust, I guess. Gonna go bottom for now. Alright, about it. Mountain. Goblin Guide. Well, against this deck, Trinisphere is one of our best cards. Opponent gets in, hits us, it's a bridge. The question's gonna be, how quickly can we get it down? We do need a land. About it. Wooded Foothills. Goblin Guide number 2. That's unfortunate. Opponent, combat. Getting in. Trigger, land, please. Alright, there's a land, and trigger Eidolon. Well, we'll bold a Goblin Guide. Untap, Mountain, Eidolon, go. Eidolon, mostly just for chump blocking here. Sunbaked Canyon. Opponent, combat. Getting in. Top card is a Chandra. Well, we'll block. Stay at 16. Riftbolt suspended. And Oh, this Trinisphere is going to be so good. Oh, that is the dream. Okay, Mountain, Trinisphere. Pass the turn. That counters one of these for sure. And our opponent's got to spend their entire turn for the second one. That is about as good as a Trinisphere could be for the time being. And if we can blow up a land, then our opponent can't cast anything. Opponent's going to learn a harsh lesson. No, you need 3. You gotta crack that fetch. Maybe our opponent just scoops it up to this in frustration and annoyance. Alright, countered. Are we just countering both of them? Really? Just, okay. Both. Opponent plays a land. Passes. We wouldn't mind lands. Land? Ritual. Well, desperate ritual. Stone Rain. Pass the turn. Oh, getting down the Chandra would be very helpful. Opponent gonna crack the Wooded Foothills. Gets a mountain. Crack that Sunbait Canyon. Okay, Skull cracks us to 13. 1 card in hand. About it. Rift Bolt. Sure. Down to 10. Land Destruction's good. That locks our opponent out. Lightning Bolt's not great. Well, we will... I guess we play Eidolon. Pass the turn. Oh, we really want to get this Chandra down. If we can draw one more land for Chandra, things become very good for us. Opponent. Whoa, so risky. Goes down a land. Now our opponent can't even cast anything. Land, please. Land. Well, go to combat. Attack. Oh, do we boom? If we boom, we're also let's pass for now. Let's pass. If we boom, we're also locking ourselves because we can't hit a land here. Our opponent's locked as it is. And they scoop it up? Whoo! All right, well, that's how you beat Bird, and the lands were eventually going to come. Well, that's how you beat Bird. That is our plan for Bird. Unfortunately, we have very close to literally 0 side. I mean, we might have literally 0 sideboard cards. I don't think we can dismember ourselves. All right, I mean... I guess we hope we find Trinisphere and get it down quick and blow up some lands. I mean, it worked in that game. Ooh, opponent's keeping. No Trinisphere. We do have a Chandra and a Molten Rain and a Ritual. I think we got a mulligan. I think we really want Trinisphere. Alright, I guess we'll keep this. This hand, probably worse than our first one, although at least Lightning Bolt does kill our opponent's first creature, and if we find something big like Chandra, we can ritual it out pretty quickly. Opponent, Goblin Guy, getting in, hitting us. Top card is something good. Simian Spirit Guide. It's not that good. Well, I mean, I guess Simian Spirit Guide, Monkey Beats is a strategy. At least it blocks. It blocks a Goblin Guide. Opponent. Combat, gonna get in. Top card is Trinisphere, please. Molten Rain. Well, let's bold it. Bloodstained Maya. Opponent cracks. Mountain. And Eidolon of their own. Yeah, it's not good. Well, Simian Spirit Guide. Blow up a land. Take 2. Oh, Trinisphere. Yeah, our opponent's Eidolon... Man, this matchup is awkward. We're probably lucky to win game 1, because other than Trinisphere lock, we just don't have much that's actually good against our opponent's deck. More lands. Well, we will Simian Spirit Guide. Down to 12 past the turn. Yeah, I kind of wish we had a sideboard for this matchup. Lightning Helixes are face. Sure. Booted. Sacred Foundry, untapped. Boros Charm. Down to 5. Yeah, we're just going to get burnt out by the looks. Lightning Bolt. Down to 2. Yeah. All right. That's bad news. Now we can't cast spells. So, yeah, that's just game. We don't have a way to get out from under this, unfortunately. Well, we untap. More lands. And we scoop it up. Yeah, Trinisphere is the card that we need. That is the card that gives us a shot here. Thankfully... we are going to be on the play for Game 3. This has to be one of our worst matchups in the format. We want to be playing decks that actually need some amount of lands. Trinisphere is like our one somewhat relevant card. Alright, well, we're on the play. And, alright, we'll keep it. We'll keep it a little slower than we'd like, but we do have the Trinisphere, which is good. That is a card we were hoping for. A Ritual would be spectacular. Bloodstained Mire for our opponent. Staggered Foundry, untapped, 17. And Goblin Guide. Ritual on top. Opponent gets in, hits us. Top card is Boom Bust. Well, we'll play an Eidolon past the turn. Awkward. Awkward, awkward, awkward. Opponent. Lava Spikes. Oh boy. Alright, if our opponent's missing lands, this is spectacular. Okay, opponent's passing with one land. Alright, well, we will play a land. Trinisphere. Take 2, unfortunately. No attacks. Well, now we should be able to just lock our opponent here. We just have to oddly not kill ourselves to our own Eidolon. Opponent. Yeah, passes. I'll play a Mountain. Chandra. Kill Goblin Guide. And opponent scoops it up. Whoo! The power Trinisphere! Well, that is our plan in this matchup. That is exactly how we beat Burn. Mulligan for Trinisphere, stick it quickly. Opponent just, they couldn't do anything. Like, our opponent plays a pretty low land count deck, so we just hardlocked them, and they were not going to cast a spell for the rest of this game. Once we got the Chandra down and we could start attacking with Eidolon, we already have 2 land destruction spells, and we have this bridge if we need it. So we are just going to make sure our opponent's locked under Sphere forever, and yeah. I bet our opponent regrets running into us. Sweet. Alright, much brew about nothing time. We are blowing up plans in Modern, and well, we're gonna keep this. This hand's pretty good. We have turn 2 land destruction, or I guess turn 2 Chandra. Well, we'll see. Mountain go. We'll see what the matchup is and see what we draw. If we draw a land, we might get down Chandra. Wins up teeth. Cracks it. Temple Garden. Untapped. And oh boy, the Bogle. Alright. Well, this does change our plans a bit. Now we have to get down Trinisphere. Mountain. Desperate Ritual. Yeah, Trinisphere. Well, our way to try to win is to basically make sure our opponent can't cast spells. Blow up enough lands that our opponent is stuck with a 1/1. That's plan A, B, C, and the rest of the alphabet. Oh, if our opponent has 1 land, this goes a little easier on us. Opponent gets in, hits us. Down to 19. Oh, no land. Okay, that's what we wanted to see. Well, play the Mountain. Simian Spirit Guide. Chandra. Take it up for mana. This is where we want to be. I think we probably are going to be able to win this game. With our opponent only having a 1-lander, they might not get to play any more Magic than a Slippery Boggle this game. And I don't think Slips McGips is going to get the job done. Dude, that's a turn 2 kill. Oh yeah, there's no way our opponent's beating that hand. Alrighty then. Beautiful. We don't have a sideboard. Well, that's what we gotta do. Get out the Trinisphere. This still feels like a bad matchup, but we said that about Bird, and we won, and we just won that game on turn 2. Boy, Trinisphere is a brutal Magic card. It is just like, it is brutal. It's like, oh, you kept a hand that looked good. You got a couple of lands. You got your Boggle, or a land in that case, and narrator says it was not good, basically. Oh, you don't get to play Magic. Well, yeah. So what cards do we have that are good in this matchup? Trinisphere, also Ensnaring Bridge, potentially. We don't have a way to really protect it, so if our opponent blow it up, they can blow it up, but those are the cards that are best. That's what we're looking for in our opener. Well, alright. This hand is ideal, except we're lacking lands, but we are going to keep it. Oh, if we just draw lands, this hand's perfect. Well, we'll see. Lane line. Sure. Actually, can we beat that? Interesting. Well, do we draw land? No. Well, Mountain. Yeah, Simian Spirit Guide. Desperate Ritual. And Trinisphere. Well, come on, lands, please. Please, please, please. Lands, 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 lands. Also, please, opponent don't have lands. Opponent, are we going Boggle Baits? Slips McGips? Sure, 19. No land. No land. Well, unfortunately, we also do not have a land. So we can't laugh too hard. Who draws lands first? That is the new subgame we're playing. Who gets to 3 mana? Opponent gets in hits us for 1. 18. Okay. Well, Simian Spear Guide's... a land would be better, but Simian Spear Guide's not bad. That means if we draw 1 land, we can actually cast at least something. Opponent gets it, hits us. Down to 17. Alright, there's the land. Interesting. Well, yeah. Simian Spear Guide Eidolon. Go. So at least that's a blocker. Oh, we need 1 more land. Kinda 2. 1.5. An opponent! GG's! GG Trinisphere! Got him! Got him, got him! Oh, boy. There is something beautiful about sticking it to Boggles and Burn with Trinisphere. There really is. Oh, we'll teach people lessons about keeping one-lander. Actually, with the amount of one-landers I keep, if we ever ran into this deck, we'd be so done, but... Well, yeah, got him. Much brew about nothing time. We are making people sad by blowing up their lands in Modern. Do we keep this? We're on the draw. We do have 2 land destruction spells and a ritual. We don't really have any lock pieces. And Boom Bust is our more awkward land destruction spell. We have a Bolt. Yeah, I guess it's fine. We would like to find like a Trinisphere or a Chandra. That's one of the awkward, I would say, things about this deck is, apart from mulliganing, we don't really have a way to control our draws. We're just mostly hoping to draw what we need. Flooded Strand, Watery Grave, untapped. And Inquisition. Alright, well, we'll see how this goes. So yeah, we're going to need some draws for the plan to work. But we can't blow up lands, and Modern players are greedy. That's something we've already learned. People love keeping their one-landers and then just scooping to Trinisphere. Well, Mountain go. Simian Spirit Guide, meh. We're not going to just ritual it out to blow up a land yet. Oh dear. Oh boy. Okay. Well, this is worse. If our opponent has non-land sources of mana. Ooh, okay. Instant regret for this keep. Pass the turn. Snow-covered island. And passes. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate that we ran into the the Mana Rock deck. Mana Rocks are just not really a thing for the most part in Modern, so kind of unlikely. Well, Eidolon. This almost feels like Tron, but there's no Tron lands. I don't even know. I'll run out Eidolon, pass the turn. So what we could do now, if our Eidolon lives... Is this a gift stack? What is this deck doing? Oh, War of Invention. Okay. Oh, Thopter Foundry. It's an Urza deck. Oh. Oh boy. Sort of the Meek. Yeah, I don't think we can beat this now. Stone Rain. We can Armageddon, but then we lose to these Thopters. Like Ritual, Bust. But they still have this if they didn't have Talisman, that could maybe work. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead to the Thops. Thop. We don't have a bridge. We can't get it down quickly enough. We do have a bunch of weird artifact destruction in the sideboard, though, so maybe that helps. So I'm assuming Smash is good. I'm guessing Lightning Bolt's probably pretty questionable. Ensnaring Bridge is also not good. A lot of times these decks actually play their own. Well, I guess if we can stay empty-handed, maybe it's fine. They gotta have answers to it. The other question is, do we want Tormod's Crypt? Unfortunately, Tormod's Crypt, not great at dealing with our opponent's combo. It's pretty easy to play around. Trinisphere, semi-relevant. Yeah, that, Well, we definitely want all the smashes. Chandra's fine. We'll go down some Boom Bus. I guess we keep 2 bridges, try it like that. Yeah, I don't know. This feels challenging. Opponent's deck has a lot of things that get around what we're doing, including a combo that gets around Trinisphere. Maybe this is a... Well, alright. We got land destruction for days. Potentially starting on turn 2. Might be better if we can ritual out Chandra, though. Quick Chandra would be good in this matchup. Nice mismatch, Stone Rains. Gotta send the mismatch message. Mountain Go. Opponent. Flooded Strand. Cracks it. Discard. Is it Thoughtseize or Inquisition? It's an Inquisition. Wonder what our opponent takes here. It might be correct to take Desperate Ritual, oddly. Even though that doesn't do anything on its own. Yeah, that's a card that lets us blow up a land this turn. Ugh. Also means if we don't draw a 3rd land, we're in all kinds of awkward positions. Snow-covered island. Mishra's Bobble. Cracks the Bobble, takes Beak. And land, please. Ugh. Yeah, that Inquisition did some serious work. Well, pass the turn. Not great, not great. Opponent, Misty Rainforest hitting those land drops. And Baz's land, please. Well, alright, we'll pass the turn. Opponent. If our opponent plays an artifact, we can ritual out Smash? Oh, God almighty. Well, I mean, I guess we have to do this. It's not... This is horrible, but... yeah, Stone Rain, a land. Our deck really would like more than 2 lands. We don't need a ton, but like 3 to 4 is good. Opponent gets an island. Is this a cryptic of some sort? Yup. Counters, draws. And there's a... Okay. And we will scoop it up. Well, our turn to not play Magic. I guess it's only fair, if we're going to make our opponents not play Magic most of the time, that sometimes we don't get to play Magic either. At that point with the Jace down, and apparently we're not going to draw land for about 400 more turns, but with the Jace down, there's essentially 0% chance of us winning this game. Our deck needs to blow up lands to make sure our opponent doesn't get to Jace, but yeah, that was rough. Alright, well. Next time, hopefully it's our opponent's turn to not play. Alright, much brew about nothing time. We are blowing up lands in Modern, and we'll keep this. We actually don't have much good land destruction. We got the Boom Bust, but Boom Bust is a little awkward. Hopefully we're in a matchup where Ensnaring Bridge does things, or I don't, like hopefully one of our cards does things. We'll see. Some matchups Ensnaring Bridge is absurd. We'll see if this is one of them. Mishra's Bobble for our opponent. Cracks it. Takes Beak. Breeding Pool. Untapped. Traverse the Uvenwald. For a Swamp. Alright. Draws a card. Alright, pass the turn. I don't think we can... I don't think we can spend all of our Simian Spirit Guides to cast Bridge here. The risk is our opponent just got a Swamp, which could mean Thoughtseize. That would be bad. Another Bobble. And obviously, if you're a Traverse deck, you do care about attacking with creatures. Watery Grave. Untapped. Alright, well, maybe we should have just went for it. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. It's rough to spend that many cards on Ensnaring Bridge, but maybe that's what we should have done. Takes the bridge. Well, we're gonna need to find another one of those, most likely. Cracks, peaks. I really don't know if I like Boom Bust in this deck. It's proven consistently difficult to just cast it. Well, Molten Rain is easy. Molten Rain the Black Source, I guess. Although we know they have the Swamp in hand. Maybe we should have went over a Breeding Pool? I don't know. But regardless, blow up a land. There's the stuff. So this is definitely some sort of Death Shadow deck. We will pay. Pass the turn. This also turns on Delirium for our opponent. Opponent untaps. Well, we ended up spending a lot of cards to resolve the Molten Rain. There's a Swamp. Ugh, there's a Death Shadow. Is there anything we can do to get out from under this? Oh, yeah, Boom Bust is very awkward. It's so... There's just no shenanigans. Like, we can cast it, blow up a land, but does that even help us? Then we're like 2 lands away from Chandra. We can't really play Eidolon, because Eidolon, our opponent casts spells and loses life for the Death Shadow. Wow, it's so awkward. Yeah, I guess we gotta pass and try to hit a land for Chandra and try to kill Death Shadow. If only. The opponent has another land and another Inquisition. Yeah. Not good. Boot it. Takes Eidolon. Yeah, discard seems good against us. Well, in hindsight, maybe we should have just run out Bridge. As painful as that seems. Gets in, hits us for 1. Down to 19. We draw... Eidolon. Dead card. Pass the turn. Yeah, whatever. Alright, we'll play Eidolon. I don't know what else we can do. It's pretty actively bad against Death Shadow because it's going to grow the Death Shadow as our opponent casts spells, but the Death Shadow is going to be too big for us to kill anyway, most likely. So at this point, at least it chump blocks, I guess. I think we gotta draw a Bridge. That's basically our hope at this point, is to draw another Ensnaring Bridge. Any of these Boom Busts. This is a very weird, unique take on land destruction. Boom Bust is good if we have Trinisphere going. Like, that is the time when Boom Bust is actually powerful. So we're up to 13. Well, go to combat. Attack. Grow the Shadow. Well, maybe the Lightning Bolt is our Jank 'em out card? If our opponent doesn't have a counter. Like, if our opponent casts a spell, gets in with Death Shadow, hits us. Battle Rage. Trigger. Well, I mean, we will see. Do you have another Stubborn Denial? Oh! Jank 'em out! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Opponent had 2 lands in hand. Wow! I thought we were 0% to win that game, but we got there. It worked somehow. Okay. Well, that was pretty good. Stealing victory from almost impossible circumstances. Wow. All right, that was fortunate. Well, I guess this is probably a Dismember matchup. What do we not? Man, are we going down Boom Bust again? Ugh. Lightning Bolt saved us that game. After saving us, I don't know if we can take it out. Eidolon? How do we win the game if we take Eidolon out? We're just all in on Chandra? Monkey Beats? Probably need more than Chandra and Monkey Beats. Eidolon it feels bad though. Although I guess maybe it's good. Like, it did oddly somehow end up winning us that game rather than losing us that game. Alright, let's go 2 Boom Busts, 2 Eidolons, go up the Dismembers. Run it like that. I assume if our opponent's playing Traverse Shadow, they're traversing probably Tarmogoyfs, maybe Uros, they were Sultai. Could bring in Graveyard Hate and Tormod's Crypt. Just one-shot Graveyard Hate. If it was like Leyline, I would bring it in, but Tormod's Crypt, against a kind of value deck like this, I think it's too much risk. Our opponent doesn't need their graveyard. We would much rather permanently deal with their stuff. Well, alright, we're gonna keep it. Keep it and beg for lands. We have our silly Eidolon again. Trinisphere seems like it could be really good against our opponent's deck. Like, this is a good Trinisphere hand if we can dodge discard and draw mana/rituals, land/rituals. I guess that would be mana. Opponent. Going to 5. Alright, I guess that is probably a good thing for us. Well, we are up a game, since we managed to somehow jank out the game 1 win, that Lightning Bolt. Alright, opponent. What are you up to? Overgrown Tube. Untap. Down to 18. And the bubble. Das Bobble. Opponent is probably very weak to Trinisphere with this mulligan. Takes a peek. And, alright, there's a Thoughtseize. Sure. I wonder what our opponent takes. Eidolon we can actually cast at some point. Yeah, it takes a Trinisphere. That is definitely the card most likely to just make our opponent not play Magic. So opponent draws from Bobble. We do draw land, which is fine. Pass the turn. Well, now we might actually just want a Ritual. Ritual to blow up land number 1 next turn would be nice. Alright, opponent traverses for a land. Gets a swamp. Plays the swamp. Passes. Well, land and Eidolon. Help our opponent grow their shadow. Pass the turn. Well, now we get to start casting land destruction next turn. That's decent. Are we goifing? Okay, Collective Brutality. That's actually pretty fine. I mean, this hopefully puts us in a position where we get to blow up a land, untap Chandra. So opponent takes one of our Stone Rains. Well, we will Stone Rain Overgrown Tomb. Pass the turn. Opponent down to 1 land. Do they have a Thoughtseize for the Chandra? They're not at... Ooh, now they're at Death Shadow life total. Cycles. I was just going to say they weren't low enough on life to actually cast Death Shadow. Oh, opponent's passing? Oh, this is even better. We will Mountain. This lets us do it all. We get to Mountain, play Chandra, take it up for mana, Simian Spirit Guide, Stone Rain the Swamp, opponent board clean, going for a flawless victory, perhaps? All right, Bobble. Opponent has, maybe they just let that sit there so they don't get flawless victoried. Takes peek, passes draws, and Dismember's not the worst. Take up Chandra. Well, we will not boom or bust. Pass the turn. Opponent down to 10. Pretty close to ultimating Chandra. 2 more turns. Opponent still no lands. About it. Trinisphere is game. If we hit Trinisphere, hard lock. Opponent's not casting anything. Untap land down to 8. Lightning Bolt. We'll take up Chandra. There it is. There it is. Oh! Well, nice attempt at playing Magic, opponent. I'm sorry. It is over. Now our opponent's got to draw 2 more lands to do anything, which means we probably just keep ticking up Chandra, honestly. Not going to ultimate next turn, for sure. Although, I guess, actually, if we ultimate next turn, we win, don't we? Do we want to win, or do we want to... Ooh, opponent's a land? Well, now we might have to win, because they could actually cast something if they draw 1 more. If we draw a land destruction spell, we draw a Mountain. Well, yeah, Emblem Chandra, and Bolt you for 8. And that is... Trinisphere's busted! Trinisphere, if there's one thing we've learned playing this deck, it's that, oh my god, is Trinisphere insane against a lot of decks. Oh, and opponent, realizing they're dead, scoops it up. Our opponent was super friendly. We had a nice chat. So shout out to Corporal Nixon for being a very friendly opponent. Showing off the hand, too little, too late, and yeah, not bad. Not bad for the land destruction. Trinisphere, so good. All right, much brew about nothing time. We are blowing up lands, and this hand actually looks pretty good. We could use another land or 2, but I mean, we have turn 2 Trinisphere or land destruction. Mountain, go. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we draw land and what our opponent's playing. Build it. Windswept Teeth. Oh, not a mana dork. Not a mana dork. Breeding Pool. Untapped. Mana dork. Okay. Alright, what do we draw? Land? It's a land. Huh. Well, in that case, Desperate Ritual, blow up your land. The Mana Dork makes this way worse. Our opponent essentially got to play 2 lands on turn 1. In effect, another land. Cracks it. Overgrown 2. Yeah, Mana Dorks are pretty good against us. Untap down to 12. No fear. No fear. Okay. Utopia Sprawl. Opponent passes. Sending the bird message. Well, in that case, we will sort of blow up 2 lands. Pass the turn. Well, I mean, if you got Utopia Sprawl in your deck, I guess you just got to do it, but we're close. If we can... Oh, man. Opponent does not have a land? Land? Land for Chandra? Yeah, that works. Simian Spirit Guide. Chandra. Kill the bird. Oh, through the mana dork. And now this Trinisphere just seals the deal, I think. I don't even need the Trinisphere. Well, yeah. Land destruction goes well against Utopia Sprawls. We killed our opponent so quickly, I don't actually know what our opponent's playing, which is a little awkward. We will go down 2 Boom Buzz. I think we want the Lava Darts. And we'll go down 1 Eidolon? Maybe I don't know. All we saw is birds. They got to be wrapping into something. Well, all right. Lava Darts to kill the Mana Dorks. Actually, is that even right? If they're playing big things, maybe we want Dismember? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Well, this deck is very punishing. Ooh, we cannot keep 5 lands. We can't do it. We can't. We get to blow up a land, but not in a very good way. All right, this will keep. We're going to put Boom Buzz to the bottom. One thing I do not like about this deck, and we're having success with it, but the one thing I really do not like is the Boom Buzz has just felt really rough for us, our opponent. Wow, keeping him in. All right. Rituals, so we can kill this quicker. So opponent, ramping. Mountain go. Opponent. Inner, oh. Oh, Renin 6 is super bad. Alright. Well, they might have got us. Opponent going to get back the lad. Oh, dear. Oath of Nissa. Okay. Yeah, we don't actually have an answer for that. Misty Rain Forest. Huh. What do we do about this? We'll play a mountain. Ugh. Yeah, this is really bad. Windswept Heath. Well, the good news is we're going to be on the play for game 3. And if we can blow up lands on turn 1, we do want to stick this out a little bit just so we can see. Game 1 ended so quickly. We didn't even know our opponent was a Planeswalker deck. We'd like to just see more. Runs out Simian Spear. Okay. I mean, I guess we still Molten Rain. It's not exciting because our opponent can just get it back with Renin 6. Yeah, Renin 6 is really good against us, isn't it? Maybe some Pithing Needles in the sideboard. Misty cracks it. Forest. Gets back a land. Arbor Elf. Opponent getting in. Sure. I'll play a mountain. Chandra. Take it up for mana. Play Eidolon, I guess. Pass the turn. Yeah, we can't really get rid of this Renin 6, though. Well, I do think the Lava Darts are good. With birds and Arbor Elf. And we haven't seen any big creatures. Breeding pool for our opponent. And Jace. Sure. Brainstorms with Jace. Alright, how can we get out of this? Can we get out of this? Gets back a land. Renin 6. The Nightmare. Opponent. Gets in a Chandra. Okay, we'll take it. Untap. Stone Rain. Well, we need to bolt Jace. Take some damage. Take up Chandra. Molten Rain. Play the land. Go to combat. Pass the turn. Yeah, they got us, though. Opponent got off to a fast enough start. The Renin 6 in specific is really, really good against what we're trying to do. For us, for our opponent. And Karn. All right. Well, we got a good look. Our opponent is a Super Friends deck. 5-color Super Friends, maybe. Renin 6, definitely not good for us. We'll keep the Lava Darts. Smash doesn't do anything. I guess maybe we keep the Eidolons. We can go down maybe an Ensnaring Bridge. Opponent seems to be winning with Planeswalkers. All right, run it like that. All right, good draw. Good draw. If we can start off blowing up a land on turn 2, I think we got hope. Especially if we can, like, Lava Dart on 1 into land destruction. Something like that. Well, we get to play first. Not keeping that. No! Oh! This card has everything we want, this hand has everything we want, except for lands. Is there any way we can keep it? Oh! We actually have 3 Simian Spirit Guides, so we can play Chandra, but we're still a land short from that? Ugh. Alright, going to 5. Well, Okay, we will keep. We will put. Well, we're playing turn 1 Chandra. We're putting Molten Rain, Lightning Bolt. Wait, 1? Turn 2 Chandra? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, alright, that's our plan. Well, we'll see. We will put Chandra to the test. Mount and go. Opponent. Breeding Pool, untapped. And Arbor Elf. Alright. Well. Mountain. Desperate Ritual. Simian Spirit Guide. Chandra. Yeah. I mean, if they untap and play Renin 6 and kill Chandra, that's almost certainly game. Stomping Grounds, untapped, Renin 6. Yeah, alright. Well, we tried. Renin 6 seems really good against us. Opponent's playing some strange pile. Yeah, that does it. Alright. Well, that's not the matchup you want to be playing land destruction in. Although, I guess the good news is, we did finish with a winning record. Our deck seems to line up very well against a lot of real decks in the 4-bat. 5-color Mono Mana Dork Super Freds, on the other hand. That does not seem like a good matchup for what we were trying to do. Well, that means we get 1 treasure chest to open. A single treasure chest. Well, let's crack it open. Who knows? Maybe we get a Blood Moon or something sweet like that. Or Wildborn Preserver. Not that sweet. Well, the deck... Oh, maybe we do some wrap-up stuff right here while I'm thinking about it. So what do we learn about this deck? And here's the things that really stand out to me. The deck... Trinisphere is insane. Trinisphere is the reason to play this deck. Trinisphere with land destruction, that was responsible for basically all 3 of our wins. Trinisphere, ridiculously good. So that is number 1. Trinisphere, awesome. The rest of the deck, I like the idea of the deck. The part of the deck I like. Trinisphere, I like Molten Rain and Stone Rain. Also very good. The fast mana works well with the plan of the deck. So this pile I'm pretty happy with. Chandra, I love Chandra in this deck. Ensnaring Bridge is fine. Lightning Bolt is necessary. Unless we go on the Chalice of the Void plan, but alright. So these cards I'm pretty fine with. The cards that are questionable to me are Boom Bust and main deck Eidolon of the Great Revel. As far as main deck cards. Those are the cards that mostly stand out. So Eidolon of the Great Revel, it's a weird threat to play in this deck. It can deal damage. It's obviously good if our opponent's like storming or something. I wonder what the upside is though over some of the other options. Rabblemaster type effects if we want a creature. You can play Koth. There's a bunch of different things you could play in this slot. And I'm not sure the Eidolon is the right one to have in your main deck. I feel like Eidolon's the card I'd be happy with in the sideboard. And we'll talk more about the sideboard in a minute. But I feel like Eidolon... pretty questionable. The other card that I think is incredibly questionable is Boom Bust. I don't think we cast a single Boom Bust. And you know why we didn't cast a single Boom Bust? Because blowing up one of our own lands is pretty rough in this deck. We were constantly kind of scraping by and hoping for lands or rituals because we only have 21 in our deck. So, destroy one of our lands and one of our opponent's lands, it's just not very good. I think there's 2 options here. One is we get rid of Boom Bust and play something like Pillage, just have another unconditional blow up land effect. Yes, it's 1 more mana, but at least we're going to cast it. We had a lot of games where we just would not cast a Boom Bust because it hurt us as much or more than it hurt our opponent. That's one possibility. Possibility 2 would be to change the mana base to support Boom Bust. If we're married to Boom Bust, Indestructible Lands works really well. That does turn it into a turn 2 land destruction spell. If we play like Darksteel Citadel or Cascading Cataracts, fetch lands can do some shenanigans with it. So I feel like this is the weakest part of the deck. I feel like the rest of the deck is solid. Trinisphere is insane. The land destruction is insane. These cards I don't really like. And I feel like we either need to change our deck to adapt to Boom Bust and make it better so we can actually cast it, or cut it for Pillage. And I think we need to move Eidolon to the sideboard for... I'm not sure what. I can see arguments for Rabblemaster, for Koth, but I'm pretty sure Eidolon is not the right choice in that slot for the main deck. Speaking of, well, a couple more things. Mana base, I don't know what the reason is to play just 21 mountains. If it's a budget thing, that makes sense. It is the cheapest. But you can play like Gemstone Caverns, good option in small numbers in this deck. You can play, I don't even know, there's a bunch of things. You play Dwarven Mine if you want to, but I feel like we could probably get more utility out of our mana base than we're getting. Not a ton of upside to playing all the mountains. We don't have a ton of super heavy red commitments. Double red is the most that we have, and we have all these red rituals that make triple red and an extra red, so I feel like we could get more value out of our mana base. Finally, the sideboard. I don't even know what to say about this sideboard. It's weird. It's super weird. I don't know why it's Smash over other options like Shattering Spree or something. Torbot's Crypt. I don't know why it's Torbot's Crypt and not like Relic or something, especially since we're Tritus Fury, so it doesn't even make a difference a lot of the time. Lava Dart, I guess it's fine. Dismember, is this actually better than just playing like Roast or Lava Coil or some red removal spell that's probably not as good, but also not going to spend us 4 life to cast it. So the sideboard, I think, is very clunky. Blood Moon is also in the conversation for the sideboard. Chalice of the Void, the Eidolons can go in the sideboard. So I think that's my breakdown of the deck. It's really fun. We did some insane things. We locked people out of the game. It feels like it's close to being competitive, and competitive enough. I mean, someone 5-0'd with it. We 3-2'd with it, and it felt like we had some just really insane matchups and then some really bad matchups. But I feel like the deck could definitely be improved. That it's like 60% to where it could be. And I'm not even talking about just, oh, we're going to turn it into free win red. That's not what I'm saying. I didn't even miss Blood Moon. Like, Trinisphere with land destruction so good. I don't even think we necessarily need Blood Moon in the main deck if we need it at all. So it's not just like, oh, turn it into something I'm more familiar with. There's just a couple cards that felt really weak in it. And the mana base feels weird. The sideboard, I don't even know what to say. It's very awkward. So I think the deck is good as it is. It's somewhat inexpensive, I guess, although not super inexpensive because it's Snaring Bridge and Chandra costs money and Eidolon a little bit of money, but it's definitely sweet. It's powerful. The good games are insane. Trinisphere is absurd. We need to play it more, especially with land destruction, but little rough around the edges still. So anyway, that's been mono red land destruction for Modern. That's been our Much Abrew for this week. So I hope you enjoyed sticking to some opponents and then getting stuck ourselves. Like, that was probably the most hilarious thing about this deck. We either just like made our opponents not play Magic very early in the game and won easily, or we didn't get to play Magic because either we didn't hit lands or we just got Renin 6 and then our whole deck does nothing. So we didn't have a lot of like fair interactive magic through this entire league. Someone was not playing Magic. More often than not it was our opponent, but sometimes it was us too. So that's been our Much Abrew. That's Mono Red Land Destruction. I hope you enjoyed this absurdity. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.